In an article written by Michelle Cottle of the Daily Beast entitled Super Committee Sham the Deadline and Trigger Face, Michelle writes, "Ignore the cupcakes and optimistic talk. Congress's debt panel won't be making a meaningful deal, and there won't be draconian cuts to follow either. Only a few days left before it into its November 23rd deadline for tracking our nation's debt crisis. Wednesday afternoon, Super member John Kerry stressed to me his determination to get her done. We're still here working and I'm not giving up," he emailed. "The stakes are larger right now than at any moment I've seen in 26 years here. People are watching to see if this place can still function, and frankly, they don't believe it can. But that's what the next 24 hours will show." From the Republican side of the aisle, Republican Tom Cole expressed optimism that the supers will perform a last-minute miracle. "I still have faith in the process and faith in the people making the decision." Alas, few folks share Kerry and Cole's stubborn optimism, even within the halls of Congress. "It's looking like a slow-motion train wreck," says Rep. Jim Cooper with a sigh, a blue dog Dem from Tennessee who was not selected for the committee. "It's not incompetence that worries me," he explains. "It's invertebrates, that is, fellow lawmakers who are genetically incapable of putting the welfare of the nation above their membership in the club." It's not that they are genetically incapable of putting the welfare of the nation above their club membership or their position in office. If it was a genetic defect, well, that would be understandable. To the contrary, they refuse to do what's right because of pure selfishness and greed. They are afraid that if they don't stay in marching order to what their constituents want, those who support them monetarily to stay in office, that they may lose their coveted and very lucrative and prestigious gravy job.
As Cooper observes, you do not get selected for a committee like that if you show any weakness whatsoever or any ability to compromise.
Who could have predicted this process would not go well? As if the committee's structural flaws and high-profile squabbling weren't disheartening enough, this week there emerged media reports that the supers have been trying to build bipartisan bridges via snack foods and exercise.
Anticipating their colleagues' failure, non-super lawmakers have begun behind-the-scenes talks about alternatives, says Cooper,
including forcing a vote on past deficit reduction proposals.
Not that this would likely go anywhere either, he acknowledges glumly. This super committee has procedural advantages we would never have.
Super liberal Rep. Dennis Kucinich echoes Cooper's pessimism. The process was flawed from its inception, he says, adding that no one could have expected the supers to reach any grand bargain with an election year speeding toward us. He predicts his colleagues will simply rewrite the rules or extend the deadline. How many of us can go to our boss and say, "Boss, I just want to let you know that I'm going to have to extend the deadline on that project I told you I would have done by next week. And by the way, I am going to need to change those requirements as well." You know what Mr. Donald Trump would say to that? "You're fired." However, our elected officials get a pass and keep one of the best jobs in the country because they feel the need to sacrifice the American people who elected them to cater to the money, the root of all evil, so that they don't jeopardize their position in office. So they play games and deceive and pretend like they are doing something when they are really doing nothing. Question: is it not clear who is running this country? Clearly, it's those with the money. It's the golden rule. He who has the gold make the rules. You all might want to read this article in its entirety. I've put the link in the description. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.